maybe what could be the new home for royals in self-imposed exile. That would be Los Angeles. James McCourt, royal expert and entertainment correspondent. James, good to see you. Thank you for coming in.
No problem at all. Yeah, we should be getting quite excited here, shouldn't we? Maybe hoping that some royals are going to come and join us in LA. But of course, the Brits are sad. The Brits are so sad.
Well, you know, do they have themselves to blame, I guess, is the question. But
well,
because here's some of the coverage after this surprise announcement came about Harry and Meghan from the Daily Mail. Once Prince Harry was the life and soul of the party. So how did he go from a fun-loving bloke to Prince of Woke? The Daily Express writes, Meghan didn't understand that being a Windsor is not like being a celebrity. It wasn't about wearing the latest designer clothes to award ceremonies. It was about getting on with the job. And from the man everyone loves to hate or just hates, that's the Breakfast DJ Piers Morgan. He went into overdrive on Twitter with stuff like this. Harry and Meghan, the two most spoilt brats in royal history. It's almost like the British press couldn't help themselves. You know, the sort of coverage, which is the part of the reason why they want to leave.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, Piers Morgan, you know, has had this kind of standoff with Meghan for quite some time, suggesting that basically she's an actress still, on the make, you know, wanted to marry into the royal family to claw her way up the celebrity ladder. I don't know whether that's true. None of us really know what's going on inside the marriage, inside the palace walls. I think Brits are a bit confused, if I'm honest. Meghan married into the royal family. She was considered, somewhat a celebrity, being an actor from Hollywood. We were never sure whether the two worlds were going to collide or whether it would work out. And for the people that thought it probably wouldn't work out, this kind of, really suggests that they were right all along. And unfortunately, I think the people that don't like Meghan are kind of saying, well, she's in control here. She's calling the shots. She ultimately wants to get back to maybe being even an actor, being a celebrity. And, so far her plan is working out. And it's upsetting a lot of the royalists in the UK. Other people, of course, in Britain are on Meghan's side and Harry's side and are saying, we agree the press is vicious over here and we understand why you're doing this and you just want, a normal life, not only for yourselves, but also for Archie as well. So there are really two sides,
Oh, there's not two sides, there's about 20 sides to this, depending on
yeah,
how you look at it.
It's definitely an odd story. I don't think the way they've gone about this, is really that great. And I think that's why there's I think that's why there's been so much controversy.
OK, I just want you to listen to part of an interview that Meghan did last October about life as a royal.
Right.
I first met my now husband. My friends were really happy because I was so happy. But my British friends said to me, I'm sure he's great, but you shouldn't do it because the British tabloids will destroy your life. And I very naively, I'm American, we don't have that there. What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not in tabloids. I didn't get it.
Really? Newsflash, there's no fairy tale ending, Princess. I mean, she must have known what life would be like. Come on.
Yeah, I also, read right in the beginning, and I think a lot of us heard this, that she apparently didn't know who Prince Harry was when she first met him. I find that very difficult to believe. I think that's one of the stories that leaked out and made people go, hang on a minute, what's going on here? Is this all an act? And I think the same with the tabloid press. Even if you've never been to the UK, I think most Americans that watch the news, know that our press is very intrusive and not overly fair to people, and does tend to bend the truth somewhat. So for her to say she had no idea, I think that's a little bit hard to believe. So yeah, that's my opinion on it. I probably find that a little tough to believe, to be honest.
It was just a little too Pollyanna in a way.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So Harry and Meghan, this decision which they made, apparently, catching everyone sort of blindsided, if you like. It's not sitting very well with the rest of the members of the royal family. We have a report from The Sun. Battle Royale, Queen deeply upset as Harry and Meghan's royal exit sparking civil war, with Charles and Will's incandescent with rage. OK, take it all with a grain of salt. But, these reports have been circulating for a while about strains and tensions within the royal family. I guess much like there are strains and tensions in every family, only this one is under an incredibly bright light.
It is. It's under the microscope. You've got to remember they are a normal family at the end of the day. I heard that the Queen was consulted about a possible shift for Meghan and Harry, you know, that they would step back, as was Prince Charles. But the suggestion was, yes, this might be a possibility. We might be able to do this, but we need some time to work out all the little intricate moves that we've got to make so it's all a nice, smooth transition. You know, how are they going to be funded? How's the security going to work if they move to another country? How's this kind of part-time royal thing going to work, and is it going to sit well with the public? A lot of these things were never resolved because someone hit the share button on Instagram immediately. Apparently the palace got like 10 minutes notice, and they went into meltdown and of course released that slightly terse statement saying that they were right at the very early stages of this happening, and there was a lot of issues still to work through. I mean, it was a crazy short statement from the palace, but I think they were completely taken aback and just hadn't expected it. So
yeah,
a very strange thing to do, a very odd thing to do, I think, if that's true.
There's a lot of things about this which are very odd, but we're out of time. But the one thing which I keep coming back to is what happened to Princess Diana, and obviously that has the biggest impact on Harry, and we should never forget that. And because that was a prescient moment. So good to see you, James. Thanks very much.
Yeah, you too. Thanks.
Cheers.